Alright, welcome back everybody to some more Dominions 5. This is the ongoing series continued from the stream where we are playing Relay in what was a blitz, but is now a long-term game kind of thing. So let me go over this turn here. This is the same turn that I ended the stream on. So we had Cthulhu for a while in this game here. The stars are right has been dispelled, but in that same turn I used Cthulhu, and so let's have a look at him for those that are curious. Here he is, Mr. Cthulhu, the Great Old One. And so he's gonna disappear, but at least we were allowed to use him in this battle here, which is quite nice. So he to help me take out Jotunheim, which is what was in fort here. It turns out it wasn't a very exciting battle in the end, because he has a lot of fear aura ongoing. He casts this wailing winds when he enters any battle, and so everyone is running away from him. While I think they actually had maybe a chance of defeating him, they never really get around to attacking him too much. And so he beats the fort here single-handedly. I'm pretty happy about that result. So Fortress of Jotunheim, Great Old One, carries the day here. Which is all good and well, but then we come down here and suddenly Cthulhu, the Great Old One, was nowhere to be found. And let's see, yeah, I think that's mainly it. The stars are no longer right. Cthulhu has sunk beneath the waves to wait and dream until the time is right once more. So there's this global that I cast called The Stars Are Right, and it was put up in here. And as long as it is around, then I get to keep Cthulhu, and he's immortal. But when it is the global is dispelled, he goes away and back into a slumber. So that's kind of how that whole mechanic works. And so we don't have him anymore. And the rest of the playthrough here is going to be sort of a lot of my strategy was reliant on them not bringing him down. I think I spent 130 Asphodel gems to cast him, which is almost more than a double overcast. But they spent 160 gems to dispel it, and if we look at Dispel, which is in Thaumaturgy, I don't actually know. No, it's not. It's in Alteration, surely. No. Okay, it's in Evocation then. Dispel. No. Enchantment? Yes, Dispel. Costs 30 and they spend 106, so it's 130 overcast, which I spend, let's see, the stars right here is 55, and so I spend about 75 extra gems-ish on my cast. And you have to match the overcast, and they more than did that. So they dispelled it. And then in the same breath, Nabar, who is in this, living up here, the ones that look neutral are the Nabar nation, because they are use subterfuge. They put up this Gale Gate. And so we are reviewing, or I am reviewing the situation as it stands. We can look at the score graphs is probably the best way to show it. The provinces by every player is the situation such as Yes, and Cetis are lowest in the queue here. Then comes Asphodel, then Nabar, and then Asphodel. And that's kind of bad, because I am allied with Is and Cetis, and I believe that at least Asphodel and Nabar is allied, and probably also with Asphodel. So right now we are the three weakest guys against the three strongest guys. And that'll continue to be the theme if we look on in here. I am by far the weakest, or the one with the lowest income. Then Cetis is slightly above me now, but we are sort of competing for last place. Then comes Yus, and then we have the other three guys at the top. Gem income is a complete wash now, because you see these jumps here are from the global spells. All these four spells here are then by Asphodel, Nabar, and Asphodel respectively. Power of the Zodiac gives 5 Astral Gems to Asphodel. Then Nabar has 20 Air Gems and 25 Gems incoming every turn. And Asphodel has 10 Nature Gems from this one. And this is on top of all their other gem generation already. So if we look at the score graphs again for the gem income, like, I'm doing okay. Oh, this is not me. I'm like doing okay. I'm pretty high. I might be probably the first one, if not for the fact that the other guys had all these spells gaining them extra gems. In fact, now I think Asphodel, look at this is his jump, or this is his jump, I think, from the global. So he's probably higher than me even without it. But like Nabar would be down here if not for the fact that he has all these extra gem income. Research, I've been focusing on research the entire game, and I'm still only in 3rd place, with Nabar at the top and Asphodel at the 2nd place. I don't even know what they're doing with this research, but it can't be good for me. Dominion, I am again high, but then Nabar and Asphodel is higher. And we have to test at the very bottom. Army size is not indicative of too much. Asphodel has a lot of units, but they are like really weak undeads, most of them. So like he can definitely swarm the board, and it will continue to increase. And so I'm sort of stabilized here, but at least my units are quality. So it could be said about Nabar. I'm pretty sure he has quality units for the most part. Statist actually doesn't, but he's been in a long and exhaustive war with Asphodel. And ascension points is not that important right now. No one is close to a throne victory. But let's review the state of the world. The other things that we can look in here is the 2 globals that I own then, which is the Eyes of God. This one here. I keep clearing the other one. The Eyes of God, which allows me to see all provinces in the world and a lot of other details, among which is the score graphs that we were just looking at. It's something that you can't normally see how the other guys are placed on the score graph, but I can because I have this guy up, this spell up. Right, and then I have this Ghost Ship Armada running around. The Ghost Ship Armada is really good and it's working out in my favor, but I don't think it's enough to swing it. The situation is such that the world state is pretty dire from this turn on. Like, I have completely destroyed my economy because I wanted to summon Cthulhu as early as I could in a blitz, and I didn't think that we would play on and continue to play beyond that. I think I could have made a different strategy with that in mind then, where I had some better scales and a bit of more of a long-term plan. The Cthulhu thing was cool, but now I've done my cool thing and I've destroyed my own country for it. Asphodel lives down here, and I declared war on him just before I finished off Jotunheim, so now he's attacking me here. Now I think if we were to go 1v1, my monsters that I have here in Jotunheim, my Mind Blasters and specifically my things from the Void and the things that should not be here. I've talked about them extensively, so I'm not going to go too much into detail with all these units here, but I'm pretty sure I could beat the number game against Asphodel if we were just a 1v1. Cetis is down here, and he was almost getting eradicated by Asphodel, which is why I declared on him to sort of give Cetis some relief. And it looks like Cetis is recovering a little bit. Then we have Yus on our side. Both of these, Cetis and Yus, I have a non-aggression pact 5 turns with. So those are my strongest allies, and I think they are sort of on my side. At least Cetis has been calling for my help for several turns, and now I'm finally helping against Asphodel. But I believe the real big threat is Nabar, and I don't think Nabar is fighting anyone except maybe he was fighting Cetis a little bit, and other than that, I don't think he's fighting anyone. So he's just, while sitting on all these resources and this large amount of land, he's not being challenged at all, and just sitting here doing his own thing and researching. And I'm sure he can, I mean, with this amount of gem income and this amount of research, I don't know what he's doing, but I can imagine what I could be doing with that kind of gem income and that amount of research. And I'm not as good a player as this guy is, so like this is very worrying. And I'm honestly a little bit fatalistic about this whole playthrough at this point. I don't know what I'm gonna do or how we can win. It takes Yus and Cetis and I. If it's us against those 3 other guys, then we will lose. So what I'm thinking right now is I'm gonna start some diplomacy with Asphodel and Asphodel and see if I can swing one of them to our side, and we'll see how that goes. Now I declared an Asphodel and he's attacking me, and I'm of course right now I'm planning my units so that I will counter or rebuff his attack here. We'll talk a bit about that in detail. But I need him to. We basically need him to join our side in this war. I'm not sure. I think Asphodel would be the best one to grab, and I'm gonna be starting some diplomacy with him off screen here. Other than that, I'm in communication with Yus. I'm sending border gems to Yus, and he will be sending Astral Pearls back. I need 55 Astral Pearls to put up my Stars of Right thing again with Cthulhu, which is a decent enough plan. The thing is that he will be dispelled immediately as he comes onto the board. I'm not sure I can justify putting him up. First of all, if I cast it, when you cast a global spell while everyone, there's only 6 global spell slots here. So instead of filling up a new slot, it's going to try to overwrite another random global, and it can be my own. So 2 in 6 chances that it'll try to overwrite one of my own spells. Or 4, and mine has not been overcast by that much, but I don't know about the other guys' globals. If they have been overcast, then when I cast mine, it's going to try to overwrite them, and then they have this post-roll. And the one who is more overcast will be favored. The thing is, if I manage to break through and overwrite one of theirs, they have so many gems available that they will be able to easily do it again, just take mine down and put theirs up again. And this is going to be a continuing theme through the rest of the playthrough. I don't think I can ever get it back online, theoretically, because they have so many more gems. Like you need Astral Pearls to dispel spells, but like you can turn other types of gems into Astral gems at a 2-to-1 ratio. So Eternal Pyre here is making 45 gems, or 24 fire gems, or 10. You could call this 10 Astral gems, and this Gale Gate here is making 20 air gems, or you could call it 10 Astral gems. So he's making, in theory, if he only needed it for dispelling, he's making 20 more gems than everyone else. Astral gems than anyone else is doing, and he's working. It was a combined effort between Asphodel and Abad to dispel my thing, and he is also making a ton of Astral gems, probably outpacing me. So I don't think I can ever really put up my thing again, which is really bad. So we are trying some other avenues. Mainly the diplomacy route is necessary, I think. Let's talk about these 2 stacks that are invading my land then. We have a little thug guy here, a Carrion Lord. He is mindless, which is really important. It means he can't be affected by mind-affecting spells, which I do a lot of with my nation. And then he's pretty cool. He's casting regeneration on himself despite being undead, and vulnerability, soul vortex, all kinds of things. And then he go running forward and trying to murder stuff with his, he's just a tanky little dude for not a lot of gems and stuff. And yeah, he's bad news. So he's running ahead of the army here. The army itself is not that strong. He's got this grouping of undead guys, which has these carrion beasts. They are big and scary, but not really. Like, they come with a lot of hit points, but they have low attack and low defense, low protection. They're bad units, but he's got a lot of them. And so he's got these really, really high quality units, the Black Centaur here, and a commander behind him. This one is also mindless, which is bad for me. But these guys are not mindless, which is important, so they can be hit by my Mind Blasters, of which we have 1 right here. And he's hitting these guys, so they're gonna come running to the back line and kill my guys. These are the scary ones that we need to protect against. If I can kill them, then the rest will crumble. But on the other hand, these guys are the only one that can be Mind Blasted, and when I then have 33 Mind Blasters blasting away, they're gonna completely nullify this cavalry group without any effort, and then my troops really only have to battle the trash troops and the commander, which is not that strong either. So as long as I could land my strong army here on top of this group, I would absolutely obliterate them. I'm expecting this guy to move over here, and then this group here to move up here, combining with the army. We've got 510 more units coming in over from over here, so I'm also a little bit scared about just walking out this way. So in here, I'm sending in one little star child on a retreat order, just in case he doesn't put up any PD. I will be taking the province for free. Also poking to see what comes in here. And then he will run back. If he meets any resistance, he will run back to either one of these provinces. Then this guy coming over here, and this group will move one of these 2 spaces, I believe. I'm pretty sure he must fear my army just a little bit. He might also move the Thug up here. But over here, I'm then moving, and I'm gonna change this. This needs to stay back here. That. And these guys too. Over here, I'm then moving about 38 of these Meteorite Guard with a Traitor Prince here that has been thugged up a little bit. I'm pretty sure that they can kill this thug guy here. My Meteorite Guard hits really hard with a magical attack, and my guy here hits even harder with lots of magical attacks, which is what he's weak to. So as long as we catch him out with this group, we would remove him. And then we've got this Shamble Chief with a storm bow here, 2-shot longbow. This is actually kind of bad, but he's needing more Meteorite Guard over here. Attack, rear and rear. And the thing is the scripting, I'm not so sure about my script here. It could be really bad if he comes in. I don't know if this group, I think this group, everything in here has enough movement to actually move over here as well, and then that would be bad if that happens. My main army is then moving up here, where we are, let's see, fire closest, yes. Protection of the Void. We are doing a little communion and stuff. I need to script this better. This is really bad. They are not supposed to be at the back line, these guys, because they will be hit by that cavalry group. So like this. I have a lot of weak mages, and the key to defeating me would be to remove either the mage group or my illithid group. They are pretty well protected, these illithid soldiers. The monsters themselves are so powerful, I don't think you want to engage them right away, and they can basically take out armies of his. They all have regeneration and steal life and stuff like that, so they're pretty damn powerful. But, and we have ice elementals and these great otherness. All of them are sacred. These guys are not sacred, and so these guys are sacred, therefore they get regeneration from my bless. These guys are not sacred and do not have regeneration, so if they take damage, they are not going to heal it in the same combat, and it could result in them dying. This could be bad. Do not want that to happen. Let me move the protection from the void up a little bit here. This is a nation spell for me, which gives all of my characters in the entire battlefield what's it called? Asphodel Shield, which stuns attackers, which is quite nice. Then I'm also attacking or poking over here. I've gathered a group here that's awaiting more reinforcements, and then we will be attacking the coast along over here. Maybe I should in fact move, like, instead of moving up there, I should move over here. Yes. To be able to attack more where I want. Maybe I even move like down there to be more unpredictable. Like this. So I can attack all these 3 territories next turn. I'm poking in here with one guy who is diseased, so he's gonna die at the end of the turn. So let's talk about... This is my war against Asphodel. Basically, I think I need to show him, like in this turn, that I could defeat him. And then I hope that he will change his mind about the war. I know I declared war on him, but that was before... Well... before I reviewed the situation. So we have this, where is it? Like, this is my Ghost Armada running around the map. They work for me, but they are not my units. They move in on coastal territories and attack. They've not been defeated, and there's 4 of them now, 4 stacks. Here they're taking the province, independent provinces. Forces met no resistance, or home forces met no resistance. But they killed these 2 territories this turn, which is kind of interesting. Which means I can just waltz in here. It's taken out the PD already, and it killed 6 Black Centaurs, which is the sacred units of Asphodel in here. Yeah. Now they're hitting my allies too, which is, I mean, it is what it is. It's making me some money. They're stealing they kill a lot of stuff, leave behind unrest, and leave the territories unclaimed, and then they steal money from me. So it is helping my income a little bit. But other than that, we don't have a lot ongoing. In our capital, I wanted to teleport my pretender. Let me get that done. Teleport down here into Old Flood, because in Old Flood we have a basalt statue which gives conjuration bonus 20%, which means all conjuration school casts here cost 20% less gems to cast from this province. So I'm moving my pretender down there with the teleport spell. He can't move normally because he's a statue, but this is how to get him moving. And in here we are also now casting Voice of Tiamat, which is the site-searching underwater spell, which site-searches for all the 4 elements, air, fire, water, and earth in water territories. I haven't done this at all at once at this point, because I thought, I didn't know we were going to play a long-term game, so I made short-term strategies. I'm sure the other guys have been suffering from the same, I'm not sure. But anyway, now we are going to try to switch into some longer late-game strategies, which Keejchen is very unfamiliar with that kind of thing. So, I don't know. But I'm the only one in the game who has claimed a capital in this turn here. I destroyed Fuckboy Fuhrer, the goddess of Jotunheim. He was living here, and, well, he was in a war with Jys at some point, and then I jumped on him and knocked him out of the game. So now we have a capital, which is at least quite nice. And so, yeah, I don't know, man. We'll be trying some stuff. I have this Nithgul, a lot of cool stuff that we forged, and I'm not sure. I'm doing a lot of cool stuff with my high research, but I'm nowhere near Nabar and Akasafar. I cannot imagine what they're doing with all of this research. I haven't seen anything from them. Nabar's just doing his own thing, and Asphodel, I don't know what he's doing at all. At least Jys and Asphodel and Cthulhu has been fighting each other for the most of the game. These 2 guys, though, have been silent. Anyway, I'm moving out more troops. Am I? I thought I was. But we're moving out some mages to start. The thing is also, if I focus everything on Asphodel, which I could do, then Nabar can turn my back here and just walk into my ocean with some proper preparation and take everything from me. I don't think I could stop him, especially if I pour everything into my Asphodel front. I'm also weak to Akko over here. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna try. I think I have talked about everything. We're moving troops towards the enemy, casting new spells, forging some items, trying to summon more things that should not be from the void. It's gonna be great. Let me just check here that it doesn't say. Some of the statues and that are dominion monster summons are reliant on you being in the same province as the Void Gate. I don't think this one is. I think I am allowed to leave. So let me do that. But we are pretty much out of gems. I don't have a lot, and I'm not sure where to go or what to do with ourselves. Beating Asphodel could be like a short-term goal, but I think it's going to lose the game if we focus on that war. We'll see. We'll see. At least there are some cool stuff ongoing. I have faith in Jys. I know he's a good player, and I'm sure he's planning something. I'm sure he's staying on my side right now, and Cthulhu, I'm sure, is on my side. So at least we are 3 together. It's just if these 3 other guys form an alliance, we are doomed, and not in a good way. Not in the Cthulhu summoned to the world and dominating everyone kind of way, which is the one I want. I think I have said everything here. I'll be trying to make regular updates for every turn here, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to. Let's see how it works out. And yeah, this is Keejchen signing off. I have no more else to say. So see you in the next episode, and bye-bye.